From independent music station KEXP, you're listening to In Our Headphones, a podcast about the songs we just can't stop listening to. This is Lilly Ana Fowler, and this week I'm filling in for Evie Stokes and talking to Vivian McCall of Pansy. So you brought a track to share with us today. This is Light Night Mountains, All That by Ratboys.
Yes.
Ratboys are a Chicago band.
They are a Chicago band. Yes. Sorry to step on you. Just like me.
Yeah. We're representing Chicago today. So they've been around for a while. They've been around for about a decade. I know that they did a KXP live session here a couple years ago. They have a lot of albums that are critically acclaimed, but I had not heard this new song from their upcoming album. What was it about this song that made you want to bring it in today and share?
I think what's amazing about it is I believe it is like 6 minutes and 20 seconds, and it just doesn't feel like that. It is so energetic and propulsive, and the tightness of this band is really like amazing to me, because it just feels like they're one of those bands where it just feels like they're operating as like one thing, like all the guitars and the drums. It's just like this propulsive thing that is like yanking the lyrics, and the melody feels so meticulous that it circles all the way back around to feeling kind of spontaneous, because they're like all these sections, and all of them are catchy for their own reasons. And it like there are parts where it kind of lets it just sort of jam and drone a little bit, and it just feels like this, these guitars are just sort of like bending and squelching and shrieking, and like it's so cool. And she's Julia, the singer, is just sort of, she's just like above this kind of chaos, and I love that. They kind of feel, Ratboys is a band that feels part of this. It's not what I would really call a genre, but it's just something that I really like. It's like the a little bit country, a little bit Smashing Pumpkins thing that you hear with you hear it with Wednesday, you hear it with like MJ Lenderman, and Ratboys are like similar to that. There's like that alt country thing going on, but they also have this. It's like almost a like pop punk sensibility of like how to make a totally earwormy melody that if like in so many other contexts, or if anybody else was singing it, it would sound totally annoying. But it's not. It's like this, line that she keeps repeating about like, you didn't care, you didn't care, you didn't care, you didn't care. It feels so like, it's so angry, but it's sung with such conviction and sincerity that I just love it. Well,
they got the name, first of all. They got the name apparently because Julia, her nickname was Rat Boy in high school, which is, depending how you look at it, funny.
I think it's a good nickname.
Maybe a little bit cruel. But also that it got started when they were in college at Notre Dame, which is funny to me in the sense that I went to Notre Dame, and Notre Dame is not exactly the kind of school you associate with like cool indie bands.
You don't think so? It's not the premier music town in the whole United States.
Yeah, no, not South Bend, Indiana. But now they've got this new album coming out in February, and it's called Singing to an Empty Chair, which is a great title, I think.
It is a really great title. And but it does sort of feel, this is so corny to say, but it does sort of feel, there are some bands that when they're singing to you, you kind of feel like they're singing about stuff, and you're like observing. But there's something about the songs that like I've heard from this that it feels very like direct. All the forward motion also feels kind of directed at the listener, and you feel like you're really being sung at, which is, I think, pretty exciting. Like, I don't know, it's very electrifying. It's always cool to see a band that's been around for a while that isn't just like coasting. Like they're always like upping the ante like a little bit more, and I love that.
I read that, they were trying to do the ultra high energy folk song, and I think that describes it pretty well.
Yeah, I think that describes it pretty well too. Because like if you stripped it down to its like component parts, like if you took like the cacophony away, there's like a really straight ahead, like it's a complex structure, but there is a there's a straight ahead song that's also like at the heart of it, which I think is just good songwriting, because sometimes like complexity can really get in the way of expression. And I think everyone is like guilty of it, of like overwriting something. But this is so not an example of that. It's so disciplined.
Yeah, and it's just interesting to me the way that young people are listening to this alt country folksy stuff that you were just mentioning.
There's this thing that you just hear so many people say, and I find it so profoundly irritating. They're like, oh, what do you listen to? Oh, I like everything but like country and rap, which is always very like suspicious to me, because it's like, damn, that's like pretty classist or something. It's like, I think it's a little weird to just pluck those two random things. And also just to like exclude genres wholesale is always suspicious to me.
Red flag.
Red flag. Because great musicians can come from anywhere in any musical tradition, and bad musicians can come from anywhere in every musical tradition. And country is one that like I always really loved. It's like some of the first music that I really loved. Like my mom always tells me that like when I was a kid, like, and I couldn't sleep, she would like drive me around in the car and like put on country until I fell asleep. And I love when there's like a little bit of twang in something. And I certainly like, it's in my music to an extent.
Okay, so Ratboys is going to be, they're going on tour with this new album, and they'll be playing Numos in Seattle on April 7th. They'll be in San Francisco before that on April 4th at August Hall. Are you going to go see them?
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Well, let's listen to this. This is Light Night Mountains, All That by Ratboys.
Reach around the You can listen to all the music featured on In Our Headphones by following our In Our Headphones playlists, available on both Spotify and YouTube. KEXP is an independent, nonprofit radio station and arts organization. This podcast, along with all of our programming, is made possible because of the generous support of our listeners. If you'd like to make a gift to KEXP, you can do so at kexp.org. And if you enjoy In Our Headphones, please write us a review wherever you get your podcasts. In Our Headphones is hosted by me, Evie Stokes, and produced by Lilly Ana Fowler. Audio was mastered by William Myers. Serafima Healy provided production support, and our associate editorial director is Dusty Henry. Our theme song is Gospel for a New Century by Eve Toomer. If you have feedback, you can reach us at headphones@kexp.org.